All right, welcome back to Blue Collar Crypto. Today's March 9th. Take a quick look at the Joe Biden executive order on cryptocurrencies, which came out this morning, but it was also leaked last night. That's why there was a huge spike in crypto prices. I don't know if you saw it, but it was about around midnight, maybe 11 o'clock last night. Man, prices went up 5% on Bitcoin. Boom. That's because this got leaked, and then all of a sudden they took it away. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the executive order, see if we can make any sense of it. Okay, if we go to whitehouse.gov, this is the executive order. It's quite long, but not retarded long. It's not like 5,000 pages, but it's fairly long. So we're just going to scroll through and maybe take some quick notes, and they also have a breakdown of it, like a briefing of it. We'll go over that too. There is a lot on here. I'm not going to read it all because it's crazy legal talk, but either way, at the very bottom, within 90 days of the date of this order, the Attorney General, its consultants, in consultation with the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Treasury, and the Secretary of Homeland Security, shall submit a report to the President on how to strengthen international law enforcement cooperation for detecting, investigating, and prosecuting criminal activities related to digital assets. That's at the very end. What does that mean? I don't know. All right, here we go. Back at the top, section 2, not the top, but middle top. Objectives. The principal policy objective of the United States with respect to digital assets are as follows. A, we must protect consumers, investors, and businesses, blah, blah, blah. B, we must protect the United States and global financial stability and mitigate systemic risk. C, we must mitigate the illicit finance and national security risk posed by misuse of digital assets. Yeah, thank you for that. You guys are going to be all over that, mitigating illicit financial and national security risks. Man, that sounds great. D, we must reinforce United States leadership in the global financial systems and in technology and economic competitiveness, including blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. Responsible development, payment innovations, and digital assets. Okay, great. E, we must promote access to safe and affordable financial services. Really? That's what we're doing now? I thought we were trying to do that for the last 80, 100 years. F, we must support technological advances that promote responsible development and use of digital assets. Oh, what? We must promote Let's try that one more time. We must support technological advances that promote responsible development. Who's going to say it's responsible or not? The federal U.S. government is going to tell me if this is responsible or not? Thanks. Either way, if you go through it, man, it's a lot of blah, 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 and a lot of, what's the word? Dog whistles? Yeah, tons of that shit. Let's go to the summary. Here we go. The fact sheet of President Biden to sign executive order on ensuring responsible development of digital assets. This is the fact sheet. So it's the summary. Let's check it out. All right. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I'm going to read most of it. It's the outlines. Okay. Digital assets, including cryptocurrencies, have seen explosive growth in the recent years, surpassing a $3 trillion market cap last November. Did it really? I don't know. And up from $14 billion just 5 years prior. Surveys suggest that around 16% of adult Americans, approximately 40 million people, have invested in, traded, or used cryptocurrencies. Over 100%, well, I'm going to stop there. That's why they're getting involved, because they want their cut. I'm sorry, I interrupted. Over 100 countries are exploring or piloting central bank digital currencies, aka CBDCs, a digital form of a country's sovereign currency. Interesting. The rise in digital asset creates an opportunity to reinforce American leadership in the global financial system and at the technological frontier, but also has substantial implications for consumer protection. That's right, we got to protect the consumers. Financial stability, we got to do that. National security and climate risk. Are you fucking kidding me? They just threw in climate risk? Man, of course they did. Dog whistle, toot toot. Crazy, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm flustered. I was triggered. Can I say that? Let me start over. Let me read that sentence again. The rise in digital assets creates an opportunity to reinforce American leadership in the global financial system and at the technological frontier, but also has substantial implications for consumer protection, financial stability, national security, and climate risk. Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, that was me, not them. The United States must maintain technological leadership in this rapidly growing space, supporting innovation while mitigating the risk for consumers, businesses, the broader financial system, and the climate. You're right. Yes, please save me. And it must play a leading role in the international engagement and global governance of digital assets consistent with democratic values and U.S. global competitiveness. Why is it always got to be democratic values? Man, we have twisted that word so much, people don't even understand. Anyway, back to this. This is why today President Biden will sign an executive order outlining the first ever whole-of-government approach to addressing the risks and harnessing the potential benefits of digital assets and their underlying technology. No, I'm not speaking sarcastically. This is how I normally talk. I'm sorry. The order lays out a national policy for digital assets across 6 key priorities. Here they are. Consumer and investor protection, financial stability, illicit finance, U.S. leadership in the global financial system and economic competitiveness, financial inclusion, responsible innovation. Where's climate change? They dropped that one? Interesting. Specifically, the executive order calls for measures to... let's go through this. This might take a while. Hold on. Let's just do the highlights. Specifically, the executive order calls for measures to protect U.S. customers, investors, and businesses. Next, protect U.S. and global financial stability and mitigate systemic risk. The next one, mitigate the illicit finance and national security risks posed by illicit use of digital assets, because that is going on everywhere. I don't even know. So much illicit crypto use. Next, promote U.S. leadership and technology and promote U.S. leadership and technology and economic competitiveness to reinforce U.S. leadership in the global financial system by blah, 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 blah. Next, promote equitable access to safe and affordable financial services. Dog whistle, Equitable. There you go. Support technological advances and ensure responsible development and use of digital assets, because who doesn't want that? Because if you're against this, then you definitely don't want to support technological advances, and you definitely don't want to ensure responsible development and the use of digital assets. No. I'm sorry. Explore a U.S. central bank digital currency, aka CBDCs, which will fuck you. It's just a straight up, man. Understand that shit. Hey, where's my tinfoil hat? They're gonna track everything. It's no doubt. Everything on fucking blockchain's trackable. You think the Russians are using Bitcoin to buy bombs and shit? They're not, man, because everybody knows who their wallet is. Everybody can see it. It's all on the blockchain. So when you go to McDonald's 10 times this week, the central bank digital currency, you're using your CBDC, not Bitcoin, but whatever, they're going to be able to track that crap. The United States dollar token. Oh, dude, tracked. And they're going to say, hey, you know what? Anybody who eats McDonald's more than 6 times in a month, your interest rate on your return of your money in your bank account is going to be a negative number. You're going to lose money. Or we're not going to let you do that. Or, hey, you bought, I'm not even going to talk about guns. We're just going to talk about normal stuff. Like, you know what? We see that you bought 5 of those big ass things of toilet paper from Sam's Club or Costco. Man, you are not allowed to spend your CBDCs on toilet paper because you have too much. You are a hoarder. Or if something else, they'll just take your money. I don't know. They'll just tax you more. The tax on toilet paper is now doubled because you have too much toilet paper. We know that because we can see it here. So the underground market is going to get nuts, you know? What am I going to do? I'm going to pay my babysitter $20. She watched my kids for like 4 hours. And I'm going to pay her like 20 or 30 or 40 bucks. And then the U.S. government wants her to pay taxes on that? Like, dude, leave me alone. I want my privacy either way, anyway. Hey, I know that was me and a lot of rambling. I know that. And look, at least the government is saying, hey, we're going to have some sort of regulations so that at least there's some regulatory clarity on what's going on with crypto. And that's what we need to get big investors or huge wealth funds or sovereign wealth funds, stuff like that, to start putting in, you know, what is it? Yeah, 2% of their $50 billion into it, you know? That'll move the market. Anyway, the point is there needs to be regulations. There needs to be some sort of regulations. But when they lay it out as, hey, it's going to be safe for you, you know, we want consumer safety, you know, stability in the markets. We want to lead the way. We want to do blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm sorry. And what did they say? Global warming, equitable, blah, 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 blah. All these things that, oh, man, that sounds great. I'm so down with that. But when you think about it, you're like, no, that doesn't make sense. But, dude, you're signing an executive order telling the other government agencies what you want them to do with the future of crypto for the United States government. It's just the agencies. But then you're going to throw in equitable and climate change? The hell, that doesn't even make sense. Anyway, there's a lot more to this, and there's a lot of other people out there who are way smarter than me talking about this. It's tripping me out. Anyway, I think maybe we got something to see. Hold on.
Treasury Department published, then removed comments on an upcoming executive order on cryptocurrencies. The prices jumped on that release, and now the details of the actual executive order are out, and even you can remove it, Elon. It's like when I delete a tweet, you know, when I think better of something, someone's got it already. It's like too late. You know, once you've done it, you've done it. And I saw the executive order, and it was like, you know, exactly what you would have thought. We want to make it safe for investors. We want to lead in innovation, but we want to make sure we have the right kind of regulation that protects people. We want to, you know, protect the environment. All the normal things but not very specific, I don't think, about how you're going to do all that.
Right. What they're saying is that this is responsible innovation. President Biden will sign this executive order today, calling for just that in the crypto industry. The White House is directing a government-wide audit of the risks and potential benefits focused on a list of 6 key priorities. And those are consumer and investor protection, financial stability, illicit finance, U.S. competitiveness, equity and inclusion, and a host of other factors like privacy, security, and climate. Now, Treasury is tasked with developing policy recommendations for the industry, as well as issuing a report on the future of money and on payment systems. The Commerce Department would take the lead on creating a framework for the best ways to use the technology, and the administration is encouraging regulators to provide sufficient oversight and safeguard against systemic risk. Now, this order calls understanding how a central bank digital currency might work urgent, but a senior administration official said that foreign CBDC do not pose a threat to the dollar. The White House said that they were having extensive engagement with the industry before announcing this directive. And in fact, they started calling those weekend meetings Crypto Sundays. So as you mentioned,
sounds exciting. Let's get in on a Crypto Sunday. It's called Archangel. It's the Arca Cafe. You got to check that out. It's 9 p.m. East Coast time. Sorry, just dropping that in there. Either way, this is CNBC. You know that's where I go for my news. Either way, they had some good points. So, hey, let me know what you think. What do you think about this executive order? Did you read any of it? Like, I read some of it to you guys. I'm not reading the whole thing. It's a bunch of crazy stuff like the Security and Exchange Commission and the blah, 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 blah of the labor and the blah, blah, blah industry are going to work with these people, and they're going to give me a report in 210 days on this, and this. Great. That's awesome. That's cool. So honestly, there's really no regulations. I guess the positive is that he didn't come out and say, no, crypto is bad. We cannot use crypto. We're going to ban it, which would have been retarded. It would have been ridiculous. So he didn't do that. That's a positive. Either way, we'll go from there. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this executive order. Let me know what you think about this stupid video. There's a plenty of other people out there who are way smarter than me talking about this stuff. But either way, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit the thumbs up. If you want to get the subscribe, that would be great. And appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.